I wish you did have time to take a nap. I'm sitting here in front of a lot of stuff. I don't have a plan. And I'm hoping I don't spill this water. And I need to move it somewhere other than near where my surge protector is. Because we don't want to short circuit anything. You know what I'm saying? Um, so let me move those two water containers there. City Beauty lip oil because Sister's lips is dry. Then we're going to get into what we're doing, well, as far as me saying what we're doing, and then we'll do the intro and get started with whatever this is going to be because I don't know. All I know is it's going to be a yellow look. So hello and welcome. My name is Dion, and I call this the Crazy Troll Nation of YouTube. The crazy is knowing it's okay to be your authentic self in a world where people will tell you who and how you should be. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. The bottom line here is use whatever you want to, however you want to, with whatever tools or techniques you want to use to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it, regardless of what you're hearing in the videos that you're watching. Try not to feel obligated to do all the things. If you want to do all the things, do them because you're curious, not because you feel obligated. This is bothering my OCD. I'm sure you can tell. Hey, Jenna, how this side is just flat and this side is not. Um, this is a big ass hood though. So yeah, if you want to do all the things, do all the things. Hey, CM, but not because you feel obligated. Just do it because you want to see. And I do always, well, not always, but I do usually encourage trying new things. And even though she's not here right now, I'm so proud of Tanya. She did another colorful look, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like she looks so, she looks so good with color eyeshadow on. So please do check out her video, y'all. Her stuff be long like mine. I think her video was like an hour and a half, but it looks so good on her, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm hoping deep down inside that this is starting a new thing for her, and that she'll become comfortable with wearing colors, and not just always feeling like she's pushing herself to use more colors. You know what I mean? Says me who's pushing myself today with whatever we're going to do because I'm not even sure. I just know it's going to be yellow. That's all I know. So two things about me. Oh man, I forgot to bring over paper towels. Two things about me. Sometimes I curse because sometimes I curse. And the other thing is that the organism named Bruce that lives right in here in my throat, who likes to randomly hiccup, gurgle, and belch, particularly during live streams. He's so rude. I try to be aware of him to say excuse me, but sometimes I'm really not aware because whatever I'm into or whatever I'm saying, I'm just oblivious to what he's doing. So I'm trying to get out some cotton rounds. Even though I do have some here. I refilled my container here, but those are for here and not for what we're doing now. So I figure I'll use these instead of paper towels if I end up needing them. So I'm going to show you what I have in front of me. I am open to ideas. Hey, Alexandria. So what this yellow look is for, I call it M&M Collab. Monochromatic Meh Months Collab is what it's called. And so for every 2-week period, and she did put out the dates along with the color story, she said for those of us who like to plan ahead. And so this one ends on the 15th, and the color choices were yellow, beige, or brown. And so I'm like, TGIF, I had a hell of a long work week in the past 2 weeks. I hope you have a good weekend, though. Like, I hope you get rest and just relax and all of that. Oh, well, thank you. I'm glad you're here. And so I chose yellow. And I don't just want to do a yellow eyeshadow look. So I'm going to show you what I took out. I don't know what we're going to use. I just know it's going to be a yellow look. Okay. The quickest thing to show you is this from Mayron. This is Mayron's cream makeup. And I have these raggedy ass brushes that came with the CC Beauty palette. These green handle ones. Half of them I threw away already because they were shedding horribly. And we do have 2 of these, which are foundation brushes for Makeup Forever. I don't like these petal brushes for foundation, but they work really well for cream makeup. What else do we have in front of me that's yellow? Inglot. liner. This one is, I think I need to wipe my screen because I'm seeing like a halo thing. Yeah, this is number 84. They don't have names, they name numbers. All right, I'm gonna wipe the lens off again. I did do it before I started. My neighbors must have left. Their dog is making noise. Do I still see that same light? Nope. So I'm glad that worked. Thank you cards are out. This weekend I'll be busy doing personal things you need to do. Like send things. And I do have 2 forks here in case we do anything with the forks. I don't have a plan. Where the CC Beauty oil base, which on Amazon it says cream makeup, so then I was confused. But yeah, on the back of it says oil based paint. So we have, I believe this is the UV Active yellow. This is a regular yellow, and actually to me this looks more lime green. But we have this one that we can use. This one is a regular yellow, and this one, that's not a yellow. This in person, what the hell am I looking at? This in person is beige. This is not yellow. It's like an orangey beige. So from this palette, we have this one that we can use and this one. And I don't mind mixing formulas for different parts of whatever the heck look that we're going to do. We also have in front of us, I just pulled out everything yellow, y'all, because I really don't have a plan. I just know I didn't just want to do a yellow eyeshadow look and then put gems. Where my gems at? And then just put like gems or, you know, something on my face. So we have our Mayron Pro palette. This is the one that has, I think it's 30 shades. And we have 2 yellows in here. In person, they look to be different colors. But one may look like that because one I used and one I didn't. So it may just, this one may just be looking janky because it's been used. I have not used that one. But yeah, I'm thinking they're the same. But in person, they don't look the same. Actually, they don't. This looks like it is leaning toward mustard to my eye. It's important that I say that because y'all know I'd be like, y'all tell me what color it is because I don't know. So we have that in front of us. Yep, face forking. I just need to figure out like what. And so I've been trying to think of ideas, but this one is also Mayron. This is their cosplay. And these yellows are different than the yellows in the Pro palette. Because I did, you know, line them up together and I'm like, yeah, so they do to me look different. So what I was trying to do is, I didn't just want to have one shade of yellow. Because if whatever we do is going to be yellow, at least let's try to have some dimension to what we're doing. And this one is the metallic Mayron palette. Red, orange, and yellow are not for the eyes, it says. Hi, my name is Dion. I'm a label whore. And over here it says blue, green, not for the lips. And this one has one yellow, but this one is metallic. So we have lots of yellow. So I do really think we're going to put the Inglot like this as a liner, maybe do a graphic line or something. But what I was kind of thinking about was, I do not want to spill this water. At least it's not near the surge protector. I ain't trying to short circuit the apartment. Let me grab my gems. Where's my gem? Oh, yeah, here you go. So these are the gems. I thought about experimenting with the non-self-adhesive gems, but we'll save that for another time because it'll take me time to even do that. And I do kind of feel like this might be kind of long anyway. Anytime I paint the face, it's at least an hour and a half video. And so I don't want to prolong it by trying something new. I have a correction for myself. When we were talking about that package that came for the sleep study, when she called me and asked if I received it and said it was in my mailbox, that is the one that was in my mailbox, the one where you put the thing on your finger and all of that. Because today I had a FedEx email saying delivery confirmation, and I'm like, wait a minute. That was the one for the migraine stuff, and it's the thing you put on your arm. And how she explained it to me is you can use it you know, like 3 times a week if you want, or just use it when you feel a migraine coming on or whatever. But she recommended just using it like 3 times a week, 10 minutes to 30 minutes. And what it does is that it sends a sensation into your nervous system. So if you're getting a migraine, the sensation from this will distract from what's going on in your brain so that the migraine won't really form. So it's sort of like if you have a headache, hit your thumb with a hammer, so it just transfers where the sensation is coming from. And I said, if that really does that, that would be good for like my regular body pain too. And she looked at me, she said, that's what I was getting at. And I'm glad that you had already thought about that before I said it. So the email saying it was dropped off, it was the migraine contraption to put on my arm. And when the lady said, do I have it? That was the thing for the sleep study. So just to correct, because I just feel compelled to do that when I know I've been like, what the fuck? It don't make no sense. I had it backwards because when they sent that, they didn't send tracking or anything. So I just thought it was one thing, but it was two. She did call me again today, the sleep study lady. And I was looking at it last night, but y'all, I was so tired. And she was like, so when do you think you're going to start using it? She said, remember to use it 3 nights in a row. I said, I'll use it when I can figure out the instructions. Because you got to go to the app on your computer. And you got to go to the app store to get the app on your computer. And then you got to do this. And then you got to hook up or whatever, activate number that they give you to the thing. And I was looking at that like, oh, I'm like, I ain't doing this tonight. And I was looking at it again today. And I'm just like, ugh. And the one for the migraine thing for your arm, same thing. Go to the website, do that. I'm just like, look, y'all. So I told her, I said, whenever I can figure out how to use it. And she was like, oh, okay. I am not tech savvy, so like all this. But anyway, so that's a correction on my part. Because I'm like, that don't make no sense. How the hell? Da, 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 da. That was on me. Hey, Tanya. I was giving you props earlier for doing another colorful look and hoping that it'll become a go-to for you and not always kind of stretch you out of your comfort zone. Because your eyeshadow with color on you is so freaking pretty. I was just like, damn. But yes, I gave you kudos earlier before you got here. So what I was thinking, there was a look that I did. And I did I did some forking with different colors. And so it was just like, you know, these shapes. And they were kind of just like little swoop shapes from the forks. And then because it was different colors, it gave it a lot of dimension. And then I had like some red up here. And I had an eye look on from earlier that day. And I think I did like this half of my face. And that's one of my favorite looks. It's a lot of dimension. It's a lot of color. And so I was looking at that again. Like, I do want to do something like that. You like how it turned out? Yup. And I appreciate, because you know, we don't scrap looks here at the Crazy Troll Nation. And so I'm glad that you kept at it because it was really pretty. I was like, damn, look at Tanya. Go, girl. Go, Tanya. Back it up. Go, Tanya. Okay, I'm losing my rhythm. So, and so I kind of want to do something like that. And that's what had me thinking of, let me see all the yellows I have and see the different yellows that I have. And now that I'm thinking about it, this is a gold yellow. So maybe for the eye look, if we do an eye look, we can put this on the lid. And the looks I've seen so far for the submissions, and again, it's due on the 15th. Some were just an eye look, some was an eye look with some graphic stuff, some was an eye look with, you know, gems, but y'all know I want to do more, and I have enough stuff to do more, so let's just use what I got, you know what I mean? Let me move this water over here again. So what I was thinking was to do some shading like this area, and then maybe draw the yellow in the palette was really good. And then maybe draw like stems and do flowers or something. And maybe, you know, a little bit of fork here and then do like flowers coming up. But I'm not sure. But so that's why I brought forks over here. I got all the different paints, water-based, oil-based, cream paint. But what are some ideas that you guys are thinking about? Or does all of those just sound good? Like just do some forking and do some, forking with different yellows just to have something more than just a plain yellow. And Hey, Julia. It was a please. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Yeah, so I am like secretly hoping that that becomes her go-to. This is a pop of color somewhere because it looks so good on her. Sounds good, says Janet. Okay. All I have on is skincare. I haven't picked, y'all. I did put some. What did I put on it first? The skin tight one there that's supposed to help for like hair bumps and stuff. And then when that dried, I put tetraenoin on it. And then when that dried, I put Vaseline on it. And so that's what that's looking like. So if we do the forking here and do the flowers, then we'll just put the inglot liner just here instead of doing a loop. So yeah, I've been really thinking about this, like, and I don't know why it's taking me this long to get to it. Maybe because of the color options, or just because I was busy. Because doing lives 3 times a week, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, that leaves me Wednesday and Friday to do a look, unless I do it the weekend. Because if I'm doing a look in a live stream, oh, it's okay, Alexandria, because half the time I don't. That's why I be asking y'all. So I understand like not having input, because sometimes I don't know either. That's why I be asking y'all questions. The end goal is to do an all yellow look. And it could be simple, it can be complicated, it just needs to be yellow. This is for a collab on Instagram. Her name is Dana. I did tag her below, so do check out her Instagram. And she also participates in the Creative Art with Heart collab. And so she came up with monochromatic months collab, because she was saying how, you know, spring and fall you have all these beautiful colors, and then between winter and spring it's just like meh, like what is this? And so that was the collab concept. And so she gives us either 3 or 4 different color options to choose from. We pick one of those colors, just one, and our whole look has to be that one color, so it's monochromatic. And so that's the goal, is just to do a yellow look. The options were yellow, beige, or brown. I am beige. That ain't gonna work. And I was asking somebody else about me doing a yellow look, and they said, well, you could use your yellow base. And I'm like, duh, I do got the oil based and the water activated and the cream. So I was just like, a sunflower. We are going to do flowers, but it'll be the stem, everything will be yellow. And so what I was thinking is just doing like fork grass, like for this area of my face, and then just drawing stems and drawing the flowers, but everything would just be yellow. And I have different shades of yellow, so I am really just hoping that it does. I don't know, because right now I can't picture what marigold looks like, but I do have at least 4, 5 different yellows in front of me. I'll go through it again and show them again really quick, and then don't be sorry, CM, you're fine. You're fine. Buttercups. I'm thinking about Reese's Pieces buttercups. I don't know. I'm not familiar with marigold. Hey, Sylvia. I'm not familiar with marigold. And I did have a Reese's peanut butter cup like over the weekend. Actually on Sunday. Yeah, I don't know what that looks like. So the yellows that we have, and I've never mixed mediums before that I remember. And so this will be exciting to do that too. The flower buttercup. I don't know what that looks like though. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what the flower buttercups look like. You gotta remember, I grew up in the inner city. We didn't have sunflowers and buttercups and all of that. Like, and even when I left the city, like I wasn't looking at flowers. Like, yeah, I really don't know. I'm not being facetious. I really don't know. So we have this yellow that we can use, and this one. These are oil based. Oh, also y'all, Shop My sent me this opportunity thing. So don't think I fell and bumped my head. I'm going to be posting a lot of Shop My links on my tab. I think I did 10 today, because there's like post so many within a certain amount of time, and you know, they count the clicks, and of course it ends up, you know, converting to money. Even if y'all just click the links and don't buy anything, it still, you know, makes a difference for them. We have these 2 yellows in this row over here. And so that's why you'll be seeing me posting a lot of looks. And if you don't mind clicking them, even if you don't buy anything, I would appreciate it, because they do count the clicks too. And I do get quite a few clicks already. So that's okay. This is the cosplay. We have these 2 yellows up here. And so I am glad that they do appear to be different yellows, because I didn't want to have, even though it's a monochromatic look, I didn't just want to have like just one shade of yellow. And this is metallic in here. So this is definitely a different yellow. This in person is orange. This is not a yellow at all. But this is a metallic. So I do think we're going to use that, because even if all the other ones turn out to look the same, that one is not going to look the same. And we have this, which we know is yellow. This is from Mayron, their cream makeup. And Inglot number 84, which we may just do for eyeliner. I don't really think we're going to do an actual eye look. Yeah, I can tell we need to get you visiting this text. And the thing is yeah, I stay out the country, because sometimes as black folk, we don't come out of the country, you know, the lynching thing and all that. I have trauma in my history. So, yeah. This one time I was taking someone home from an event when I lived down in Dover, and it was like, it was the type of road where one narrow lane this way, one narrow lane go that way, and you had this much space before it's a ditch. And somebody had asked me to take her home, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. I'm driving down this dark ass road, no street lights, and she was an elderly white lady. And I had said to her, and she was oblivious too, y'all. She didn't know anything about, race relations and, that the history and all of that. So sometimes she would just ask me things, and I'm looking at her like, where you been? But that's okay. We grow up where we grow up, and in the environment that we grow up in. But she had said something. So I'm like, am I going the right way? Because I started getting nervous. Like, for real. I started getting nervous. And so I'm driving down this dark ass country road, no street lights. If I twist wrong with the wheel, I'm gonna end up in a ditch. And I'm over here driving this old white lady. Like, she was like in her 70s. I was like about maybe like late 30s. So it was like driving Miss Daisy type of vibe. And I had said to her, I really was getting nervous. I was really getting nervous. And I said to her, these are the types of roads that black people get lost on and don't never be seen or heard from again. And that's really how I felt. Like, I was really getting scared. Like, where the fuck are we? And who will find me out here? Yeah, it was like, seriously, y'all. I was very nervous. And so when we did get to our house, I said, how do I get back to the main road? Like, I didn't want to go home the way I went. I'm like, where's the main road? Where there's like other people, there's cars, there's street lights, and all of that. She's like, oh, just go. I said, no, how do I get to Route 13? Like, how do I get to civilization? Because I really was scared, y'all. Like, for real. Yeah, So we're gonna do the cream paint. I know that's a lot, y'all, but that's my life. So, or you could get to mention doing a smoky yellow eye. Doing a smoky yellow eye. The Mayron, the yellows are not for the eyelids. And so that would just leave me with one of these two yellows for the eyelids, or this one. And I don't remember if they irritated my eyes before. And so I don't know if there would be any dimension if I'm just stuck with just using this or just this for a complete eye look. You know what I mean? Because these do look very similar, these two. And I want to do more than just an eye look. For me, ooh, my thick thighs quartered. For me, the collabs are for coming out of my box and trying something new, and not just wanting to do just a regular eye look. So we're going to put some of this on here. Excuse you, Mayron cream paint. That was nasty. Back to yesterday's conversation. Yes, and I do think this is 5 in a row, Janet. I forgot that quick that you had mentioned that. Our conversation yesterday, like, people not wear underwear. Like, what if you short? Like, what if you short? Then what? You ain't got nothing to protect your skin between your clothes. Or as us women, we laugh hard and tinkle a little bit. Like, how you? No, I'm wearing underwear. I'm tripping. We're not putting anything on the face as far as. I kind of am thinking I should do foundation because I do have freckles. I got this coloration mustache. Let's see if we can cover it. So we're just, patting the fork in the paint. And I really do like that other picture that I did. Never trust an F. Oh, my second husband, no, actually, he was the first one. It was funny as hell to me because he would pass gas and go, "Oh, excuse me." Well, not that high. He would go, "Oh, excuse me," and he would always do that. And so one time I said to him, I said, "Why do you always make that noise like you surprised? Like you didn't know you had to pass gas?" He'd be like, "Because I didn't know. It is a surprise." I'm just like, what kind of system you got that you don't know that you got to pass gas? But every time, he like, oh, excuse me. I look at him like, what? Oh, excuse me. You didn't know you had to do that? So yellow is not for the eyes. Okay, so I can't put this. You know what I was thinking too? Putting on a black lipstick and putting on a gold shadow on top of it. Just so that my lips aren't bare. I need to put, I use almost all of that. And I put a lot. A lot. This is so much fun. I watched Fracture between last night and this morning because I fell asleep on it with Anthony Hopkins and Ryan Gosling. Let me know if y'all saw that movie. It was one of those psych type movies. Anthony Hopkins, of course, right? It was really good. And underneath of that, I Am Sam showed up, which I started before for like 5 seconds, so it'll be in my history. So this is our grass. I don't think I've seen it. It's a good movie. It's like almost 2 hours long. Yeah, I fell asleep on it last night. I still been sleeping good. I ain't brushed my teeth. I ain't taken a shower. I woke up on the sofa and I'm like, shit, I'm getting in the bed. And I slept. I didn't wake up all the times like I usually do. I was surprised actually too. Because I said I'll do like I did the other night when I wake up around 3 something or whatever. Yeah, it does, right? I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking the same exact thing. I'm going to have to put some more on here because there ain't nothing left. Oh, it gets tight. But yeah, that was a good movie. It was a good movie. And it speaks for itself as far as the characters, personality, and stuff like that. But yeah, that was a good one. Excuse me. Yeah, that's a good question, Tanya. Sylvia, how you been, girl? What? Excuse me. I'm not getting it where I want to get it. But I'm going to get it. I'm wondering if I should go up further on my nose. I kind of want to do the lip now. Because I know how to do a lip. This other stuff, we're just winging it. I scheduled to do the dessert look, and that's the collab with Mare. And I did link them in the description box of that live. And the one, and I was wrong again. I'm gonna correct myself again. For theirs, I picked a dessert that was in like a glass, and it was like it wasn't a sundae, but it was just like, layers of white and then brown and then chocolate and other stuff. The one they picked for me is a cake. And so it is white and fluffy at the bottom. You can tell it's with cream, and then it's the cake part, and on top it looks like strawberries and blueberries. So I'm trying to think of how to execute that. And I do think it is more exciting that we picked each other's picture. And so I did tell them I scheduled to do it next week. And apparently they're as busy as I am because they were like, well, I don't know when I'm going to get to do mine, which was fine with me because at least it'll be done. And it being a live stream, it'll just be done. And it'll still, just be here. And whenever they're able to post on Instagram, then, I'll post on Instagram. So, oh, hey, Sunseray, thank you for the gold medal. We're doing a collab look for Instagram. The color choices were either yellow, either yellow, beige, or brown. And I'm looking at my complexion like, seriously? Those are the options? And this is due on the 15th. So, am I going to do like some grass up here? I think so. I felt like I was channeling you today, Sons of Ray. I posted a lot of links on my community tab. Shop My is doing a thing, and I'm like, ooh, okay. And I appreciate like how they give us opportunities to grow as content creators. Tanya dipped and came back. I would be eating mustard, not putting it on my face, that's for sure. What are you eating, Tanya? Because usually live streams you be eating. I watch this show sometimes on YouTube. It's called what is it? Something, the secret things or something. And it's mostly food stuff. Like, where did this food come from? Why is this called this? Blah blah. And so then I'll be like, damn, now I want to eat whatever they talked about in that video. One of the recent ones I watched was how come hot dogs come in a pack of 8, but the buns come in a pack of 10. So it'll be like stuff like that really be like, yeah, why is that? The history of secret things or something is called. I'll post something on my community tab just so y'all can have the channel. But then I was like, damn, now I want a hot dog. You just came back from Texas Roadhouse. What if we did grass up here and these flowers coming down and these flowers coming up? But then I'm not sure how that would work with my eyeballs being right here. All right, so we'll just do forked grass up here. Yellow, not on the eyes. Oh, shit. All right, let me make sure I get some eyes. No, it's not an Easter theme. It's just a color theme. It's just a color theme, not an Easter theme. That monochromatic Munch Collab that I talked about before, that I did a look for, I forget what color. Oh, I did red before. I chose the red color before, and I used the matte Connecting Color Future Flames palette. So it gives us 3 or 4 colors to choose from, and we choose one color, just one, and do the look using that one color. And so I chose yellow. Hopefully, these other yellows I have will give us some dimension. So that it's just not just looking flat. But that look I did with all them different colors, I'm gonna post it again on my tab. Because that's one of my favorite ones because it was a lot of dimension. And of course, that was my first time even doing all of that. I was like, I really like how that one turned out. And we did use forks for that one too. And then we also used just brushes. No, it's not for that either. It's just based on just color. It's not any theme except doing a monochromatic look. I'm just getting some of this off of here because it says yellow is not for the eye area. And so I'm just trying to get some of it away from my mobile lid. Just in case. But you know what? I don't know if that's for this because that's what it says on the water activated Mayron paints. This one is the Mayron cream paint. So that may not even be applicable to this. to this medium. Send Janessa some vibes again. I checked on her. She said the opening night last night was amazing. She didn't use the word amazing. I'm saying it was amazing. But she said it was really, really good. And so they have another show tonight. And then Sunday's matinee, and then next Thursday through, I think, either Saturday or Sunday. So keep sending good vibes for the shows to be good and for people to have a good time. You're about to eat some chips. I know it, Tanya. I know it. Because you always be snacking or eating something. So send her some good vibes for this show, that all of them will be as good, if not better, than the opening show last night. But she said it went really well, and she was very pleased. And so keep sending her good vibes for this show. And I'm glad that she was that she did the behind the scenes things and stuff that she was doing, like showing us in the lives. Because it's just something like when you see somebody like in their element. I mean, we usually see her in her element anyway, but just to see, you know, a different side of her, a different side of what she does. And so I really did enjoy those. I was just cleaning this off with a cotton round. Yeah, I was just like, whoa. So I told her, she said, all the vibes, all the good vibes are, I got an itch. Like right here. Like right here. I'm not digging in my nose. She said, all the good vibes are appreciated. So keep sending good vibes. And I told her, I did say that in the live stream yesterday. I'm going to, I'm looking at these yellows. We're going into this one, which means I need to deal with some of this water. Because I want to see what this is going to look like as a stem. Leah, the one that does the Creative Art with Heart collabs. Oh, I almost dropped something. I almost dropped all of this. She was showing the different colored lenses, contact lenses that she was gifted. And she was saying how they're in her prescription. I'm like, oh, because it used to be a time when colored contacts didn't come in prescriptions. And so that was really good. Because y'all know, oh man, I got an itch. I wonder if, no, this is dry. Look at that. This is dry. Ooh, oh shit. Where did that? I got a little too happy that it was dry. And it's like, no, not all the way yet, girl. Thank you, CM, for sending her good vibes. Because those trolls, we support each other. That is so funny when I make myself out to be a liar. I'll be like, damn, like, oops, where you come from? So I'm wondering if shit. I don't want to use this thick brush. Or maybe it won't matter. Pick a thinner one. Why is this one so stiff? What's with these brushes, y'all, that came with this palette are so just... And I threw away at least 4 of them because when I watched them, they were shedding so horribly. I'm like, how the hell you can use this damn thing? All right, so we're going to use this yellow and Mayron water activated. And this smack is so pretty. Yeah, I did, right? Because I was so convinced after the first press. And it was dry. It was like, girl, we ain't dry. We ain't dry. All right, I'm just making sure I see where all the stuff is. Like if I make a mess, where's my microfiber cloths at? All right, so we're putting water in that yellow. I wonder if this will let me do fork stuff. And so I'm putting water in this yellow right here. I don't know if you see where it's shiny, but I'm putting water in there with this brush. I'm hoping this is a different color, yellow, than what's on my face right now. I've also been thinking about how to execute. I don't think this is going to work because I'm going to have to dip in here like way too many times with this brush. I mean, with the fork. It is a different color, which is good. And I'm gonna have to just use the brush. Damn it, Janet. I had to use the brush. There's something else I'm thinking that I probably could have used, because I know there's tools for stuff like this. It's a different color, but not much, because I do want like some dimension. Put some more water in it. Yeah, I smacked myself. Let me put this on all messages. Okay. Too much water. Too much. How can I get rid of these damn stickers that pop up? Like, we don't need conversation prompts, because we are a talkative bunch, well, for the most part. I just don't want it to just look like just a flat yellow, like all over. So I don't know if this is really going to help or not. But that other look, it was like reds, greens, whites. It was really pretty. I've been awaiting so long. I've been still thinking about promotion and like branching out, but then part of me, because I like where I am, like I don't want to end up. I mean, yeah, it would give me work, but I want to do the kind of work I want to do, which is what the kind of work I've been doing, and so I don't want to lose that amidst other stuff. And so, shout out to Nina from when she had mentioned Julie Ruby before. She's a bridal makeup artist, and she gives some really good information in her videos and in her shorts. And she was saying how when she started out, she was just doing everything. Whatever job she was asked, she did it, even though it wasn't feeding her, because she wanted to be a bridal artist. And so she was saying it's important to, stick to what you want to do, because when somebody looks at your grid, if you show everything, you're going to end up with people trying to book you for everything or anything, and it's not really what you want to do. And so that had me thinking too, like, maybe that's why I'm kind of where I'm at with, stuff that's on my to-do list has to do with promotion and things like that. And I haven't done it, not intentionally, but just because of like time restrictions and other stuff. And I remember saying before that with my writing, that when I stall, or when I'm hot doing stuff and then I just automatically stop, usually it's because something's not making sense. And then like one day out of nowhere, like I'll get an idea for something and then everything just falls into place from there. And so I'm thinking like that's why I've been kind of just sitting, even though there's still other stuff that I've been doing. But as far as branching out and advertising in other places for other things, and it's really, I do get leads for like kids' birthday parties still, and I'm like, but I don't really want to. What is this white mark right? Oh, you know what? Oh shit, that's where that hole was. Not the hole, but that's where. Yeah, that's where that other mark was. That sucker turned white. Paint over you right there. I'm wondering if I want to try the metallic. So this does, I mean, I see a tiny bit of dimension, but not much. Like it's something you really have to look for, you know. All right. I do want a darker yellow. So let me look in one of these. I'm going to take the oil base next. And I'm just cleaning off this brush. Because sitting stuff down and then, you know, and I'm going to clean it again later with clean water because now the water is yellow. But we're going to put that brush there. We're going to move the water. Put that there. I'm looking at my lids. So now we are going to go into the CC Beauty. And I'm thinking to try this one for stems. And then we'll see what that look like. If I do gems, I could put them in the center of the flower. But because I use my fingers to do it, I don't know if that would work. And I don't want to take up extra time tonight practicing with the non-self-adhesive gems, which I do want to start working with, but I know there's going to be a learning curve. So what brush gonna take? This one. I'm gonna take this brush. I could do a thicker one since it's a stem. We're going to take this one. I'm going to take this. Yo, these brushes are just so... Ugh. So we're going to go... Which one did we say? We said this one, right? So we're going to take this one. The stems can be thick, right? I like that it is a different color yellow. This is nice. I think I'm crooked as far as the stems. Does anybody care though? I know I'm not talking as much. Oh, I got a check from Rakuten today. I was like, oh, because I wasn't expecting it. Because I don't keep track of when they pay out. They do pay out every quarter, but I don't track it. So it is always a nice surprise. It's like, you've received such and such. And I'm like, ooh. So now I transfer it to my bank. It goes into PayPal. And I do like the 3 to 5 day thing. Because I'm like, I don't feel like I need to pay 3% to have it now. Like, what am I going to do with it now? Nothing. So, yeah, just take your time and send it to my bank account. And within like 30 minutes, it said it had processed. And I'm just like, really? I don't know what these flowers are going to look like, y'all. Because I don't even know what flowers look like. So that's that color. We're going to take the lime green one. No, the neon reactive yellow one. Yeah, y'all, sometimes I feel like I've been so sheltered because y'all be saying stuff and I'm like, I don't know what that is. But then at the same time, I know I have a lot of rich life experiences though too. It's just different. And that's one thing that I do love about our community here is that we're from different places, different backgrounds, all over, different experiences, and you know, sometimes people don't get along with people who can't directly relate. But I think that's what makes us interesting, keeps us interesting to each other is, you know, learning about somebody else's life. So we're going to take that lighter, shit, I'm going to take the neon yellow one, this one, and we're going and do flowers for better or for worse. For better or for worse. I do want to figure out those gadgets they sent me though. But looking at the instructions, especially for the sleep one, I'm just like, why I gotta be downloading apps? This ain't working. This ain't working. Why I be downloading apps? And I do not like having a lot of apps on my phone, but it does upload directly to like their database thing or whatever. This ain't nothing like, what the hell? Yeah, I don't like having a lot of apps on my phone, but that's the age that we live in now though, right? And everything is an app on the phone. These are the wackiest flowers I've ever seen. Oh man. This is where stencil money came in handy. I also scheduled Skinny Queen's Medusa look too. I think that'll be a lot of fun. Start thin. I thought this was going to do thin. But it did it. That's why I chose this brush. You know, because it ends up going to the side. The bristles end up blending. I mean, not blending, but it ends up turning to the side. Because it is a thin brush. Yeah, that was the intention. That was the intention. Stuff does not always come out as a plan. And that's okay, because we're learning. We're learning. I can't draw flowers for shit. That's what we're learning. Oh man, look like a piece of cauliflower. Vegetables, anyone? Feast on my face. Oh man, what is this? But I will say this, it is fun. It is fun just to do stuff and just be like, whatevs. It only makeup. It will wash off. It is not that serious. And the key is just to have fun. Do any of you have water activated paints or oil based paints or cream paints? This is so crazy. This is so crazy. This is where stencils would come in handy, because that would be very uniform, very sharp, very crisp. But I kind of like messy stuff, like for real though. Because to me, that's like genuine work. Like anybody can paint over a stencil, but who gonna do this? Me. I'm gonna do this. Like a piece of cauliflower. Hello. Thank you, but no. First of all, where the hell are you? Where the hell are you for us to even buy your food? And we don't even know you. We don't eat strangers cooking here. Thank you, Janet. The hell? I'm buying your food? End up with bubble guts. People funny. Buy my food. And you are? Who are you? Hi, Meg Cauliflower. You have used Lindsay Makeup. I know I pronounced that wrong. I've seen that name before. Butter base from it. I want to just wiping this off. I want to see what the metallic one will look like. Well, at least we can say, what am I going to do with my nose? What am I going to do with my nose? I don't know. We're going to do something with the nose. My nose is just too big to be ignored. It's like, girl, you know you got to do something. Something. Gotta do something. Do something with the nose. Don't ask me what I'm doing, y'all, because I have no idea. I'm just making up shit. Like, seriously. Hey, Charlene. We just doing weird shit to my face for a collab. You're probably like, yeah, I can see it's weird. It's all in fun. The collab is to use one of 3 colors, either yellow, beige, or brown. And so I chose yellow. And so this is why we're here. I like the nose. You know, now I'm thinking I could have just did this in the different places instead of drawing cauliflower. Yeah, I'm not delusional. I'm not gonna say flowers because it doesn't look like cauliflower pieces. But I love the nose. I could have just did the stems and did the because I do like the nose. Like, for real. I really do. That's my favorite part right now is the nose. Oh, I made that crooked. I love the nose. Hey, Candace, how are you? Aloe? Aloe, question mark. Like, I don't, what's the rest of the question? Looks like an aloe plant. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, we are having a good evening. Me figuring out what I'm doing with my face. Oh, aloe plant. I know I've seen it before. Oh, that's what the nose looks like. The nose looks like an aloe plant. I agree. And if I would have known that I was gonna like that so much, I just would have did that and above the grass instead of doing the cauliflower. Because I do really like how the nose is looking. Yeah, it does. I do know what an aloe plant looks like. I don't know about what the other thing. So what's going to do? I don't know. What else are we gonna do? Going to prime the eye. I don't know why I said that like that. Oh, you're welcome. Glad you're doing good. I'm gonna prime the eye. Taking some of that off. My tiny eye, because then we're going to put, what is it? It's sitting right here in front of me, Circle Loco. That shade Grin on. And we're going to put the Inglot liner on. I still feel like I want to do something with that metallic paint. Maybe trace the outlines of the cauliflower. I love the nose, which kind of sucks, because I could have did that all over. But you know, that'll give me something to do for another time. You know what I mean? Like for another look. Just having that on the face. I'm going to turn this brush over and use the same brush for this shade Grin that's in Circle Loco palette. And Grin is this shade right here. So which side had the primer? I don't know, this is dry now. And what I didn't want is just like a flat look. And we do not have a flat look. I feel like I need a hiccup, but I don't. Excuse me, I had to belch. Bruce needed to belch. Excuse me. This is what I think I might put on top of a black lipstick. So at least we'll have something on our lips too. I really love the nose. And you know what? I love these troll play looks because it does help me learn. Like I've learned I like aloe plant, and I can just do a look with that all over my face, in different parts of my face. I will say it is challenging to do a collab and you can only use like one color. And I do think it would just be too easy just to do an eyeshadow look in just that one color, because that would be like super plain. So most of them, there were a few that were just the eyeshadow look, and then maybe a few like graphic lines with the color yellow or whatever. Of course Leah's was like very bold and graphic, and so was Dana's. And there's a couple other, well, I think it's the Stars and Glitters, or the Glitters and Stars or something. And I don't know what her name is, because even on her Instagram page, it just has what her Instagram name is. It doesn't have. Is it Stars and Glitters or somebody else? I think it might be Stars and Glitters. Oh, y'all know what? Oh. Hey now. This is Amber Stunner from MAC Vivid Rich. No, it's not. NYX Vivid Rich. This mirror is so far away. I hope I don't poke myself in the eye. But it wouldn't really poke because this is so soft. I will say I didn't realize I had so many yellows. We want to do up here. This would be the time, y'all, to make a yellow mascara. Do we want to try that in this video? Because that's something I've been wanting to do, is make a mascara. But because I usually come on here with a look to do, it's like, okay, that's not the time. But should I do a yellow mascara? That would be different for sure. This mirror is looking so far away. What would I use? Definitely not the oil base. And the Mayron says it's not for around the eyes. And actually, no, I don't. I was gonna make one, because you can make whatever color mascara you want. And so I know the concept, I've just never done it. And so that's why I'm saying, like, should I use this live stream to practice making a color mascara? And that's where powder shadow would come in handy. Could use your white, then do yellow tips. But that white is so stark though. It's noticeable that it's not yellow. And the color is supposed to be yellow. Well, that I chose. I don't think I had any yellow loose pigments. Nope. So I would have to scrape a shadow. Put mixing medium on it, and then use a spoolie to mix it, and then put it on my eyelashes. What am I doing? I'm gonna put that on our lower lash line as well. We are coming down. I think I do want to try making a mascara. And I'm sure there's a learning curve to it. I could use that shadow, that chrome yellow in hi-fi color that doesn't work as an eyeshadow. But if I'm sure some would scrape off. I'm gonna try it, y'all. Because it can be done. I've just never tried it before. Ooh, that's pretty. That's pretty. The inglot. Let me close this up. So we're done with Circle Loco. Let me take this brush. I'm thinking marigolds. So you're saying that looks like marigolds? Like, what are you thinking about marigolds? I don't want to use that brush. I'm using a MAC 210 brush. So what's your thought about marigolds? Like, that's the color of it? Number 84. Number 84 from Inglot. Oh, that's nice and bold. Color and design. The color and design of marigolds, like what part of my face? The cauliflower? I don't know what the design of marigold is. Just like I couldn't imagine. What was it y'all said earlier? And I'm like, I don't know what. I'm like, huh? Yeah, so in some ways I feel sheltered, but in other ways, because of my life experiences, it's like I don't feel sheltered. That's what makes it interesting, dating someone of a different ethnicity. Like, just learning new things. Like, they're learning, about my life and my history and my culture, and I'm learning about theirs. It's very interesting. Flowers and overall color is giving you. Oh, so they look like flowers to you? Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. Because I didn't want to keep saying they were flowers, because to me it looked more like cauliflower than like a regular flower. And one thing y'all know is that I'm not delusional. Call it how I see it. But thank you, Tanya. I will take that as a compliment. Because I started out wanting to do flowers. But, to me they look like cauliflower. The way the shapes came out. And we're going to leave this alone. I do want to put grin, I think, on my lips. Thank you, Tanya. I appreciate that. Because, I just be doing shit and don't even... Don't even be knowing what I'm doing. Excuse me, y'all. I dropped my ink blot. Can I reach you? Wow, that was a lot. Yeah, I'll do. I'm hoping this inglot, not the inglot. What am I talking about? I'm hoping that this damn. That color grin does cover up this, because otherwise I could just leave lip oil on and just put that on top of it. Yeah. And if it doesn't, we're going to finagle something to stick within the yellow theme. That is so crooked. Actually, my lips are crooked, so. Okay. Yeah, like she just had to be black. She chose the color yellow and put on a black lipstick. As the preacher man would say, I had a case of I just can't help it. Just can't help it. To put something black. That does do a lot for the look, I think, just to have like a different color. But it's supposed to be monochromatic, so what are we doing? Hello, Life with the Philia. How are you? Oh! Oh shit, it looks green. Do I have another yellow? You know what? It does look gold, I think. So I think this is acceptable. Today's the 13th of February? Question mark? Happy Love Day. For those of you who celebrate tomorrow, that you'll have a wonderful day. How are you doing, Ophelia? If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm wondering too. I am too. This is a shade Grin from. That does look green. It does look green. Do I care? Not really. And I don't have any other. Ooh. Or maybe not, since I decluttered a bunch of them. My 4 lethals that are left. We can maybe put this yellow on top just to see what it's going to do, because that is definitely a yellow. I know it ain't one in 669 dude. It might be one in oh, that was Martine Cosmetics one. This is a dual chrome in that one. So okay, we're gonna dust that light matte on top of this and see. Your husband asked me to be his Valentine tomorrow, but since he asked today on Friday the 13th. Oh yeah, I don't know. Hey, After Dark. Yeah, that's kind of suspect. We're gonna use a different brush. Let me take this brush. And this shade is Helio. This yellow right here. And maybe that'll make it look more yellow. Oh, okay, let me not get happy. Like when I smack myself in the face. Oh, okay. I can see the outline of the black. So after I put this on, I will add some to the perimeter of my lip to cover up the black that I just had to put on. That looks green. Gren ate it, y'all. Gren ate this matte yellow. What the hell? But you know what, y'all? This is what I'm saying. Just do stuff. Just play in your makeup. Have fun. Because that's what it's about. Because I imagine there's a lot of people that would start something like this and be like, nah, I ain't posting that shit. And I like that it gives me ideas. Like, I know now that I like this design that's on my nose. That made it look more green, didn't it? Damn. It looked yellow for a hot second. Freaking teased me. How you doing after dark? Mascara. Hi-Fi color from MAC. Is there a yellow in here? Nope. Where's my, okay. Hi-Fi color MAC. Yellow down here. Y'all, Gwen ate that matte yellow. I'm gonna use this brush and see if nope. I just want it to look more green. I don't think, I mean, not more green, more yellow. I don't think this is going to do it. Lips are a little cakey, but not sure you can add gloss. But that yellow green, which is still yellow. But it is yellow green, which is like, yeah, it is. And it looks more green in person. Like in the mirror over here, it's looking straight green. And if I put a gloss on, it's just gonna make it shiny. It's not gonna. Yeah, that just looks really green. And we're gonna try our hand at making. Yeah, my lips look dry. Excuse me. What do I need? Need a palette. Need a scraper. We'll use a spoolie as a scraper. And we're going to scrape some of chrome yellow onto the palette. Why I feel like I'm about to sell a bag. Why I feel like I'm about to sell a bag. Chopping stuff up. I think I'm gonna need more than this. So this is what we have. Maybe not. Let's see. Oh shit. I put this down and it knocked off shadow that I could have been using for that. I'm just wiping that up with my finger. Oh, hey Dawn. Uh-oh. Janice number one, Dawn. So we're gonna take, we're just gonna let one droplet fall off. We're not even gonna push the stopper. And of course nothing ain't, okay. Just want one little drop, okay. One drop dropped off. Because I don't know how much I need to do this. And so what we're gonna do is, where that inglot drop is, we're gonna mix that with the shadow. I need more. I need more. I wonder, going back to what you said before, Janet, if I put the white on and then did this, like would this show up yellow over top of that? Yeah, if it works. If it works. And so that's how to make, because it's definitely yellow on the spoolie. It's just getting it to translate on the lashes. Hey, beautiful Joe. I feel like the end of the Fight Club, Joe, when he says to whatever her name was, "You've caught me at a really weird time in my life." That's how I'm feeling right now with like all this stuff that's on my face. So this is how you make a mascara color. I am going to need to scrape off more of the shadow though for the other eye because this is used up for the most part. Yo, it does look yellow. It's not really noticeable though. But it does. Oh, I just poked my eyeball. I turned the wand and it turned against my eyeball. Turned on my eyeball. So we're going to make some more. If I didn't maybe have that Inglot liner on my upper lash line, maybe it would be more noticeable. But it's definitely, yeah, if you see my lashes here and then over here, they're definitely yellow. Ooh, y'all, we done did it. Yeah. Because how this is brown right here, this is not. So even though I had been meaning to try this for the longest, it just never fit in with like a regular eyeshadow look like, oh, let's just make a different color mascara. But that's how you do it. It would be easier with a loose shadow. So what I'm doing is scraping it on here and tapping it onto the palette. And I don't mind doing that with chrome yellow because as an eyeshadow, it doesn't want to pick up with a brush. Like it's not usable except like the brush I used, which is that dense hourglass brush. And I actually like kept swirling it in here to get the color that we got out of it. But it's just, I don't know if it's just dry or like what the hell. But when I try to use it, it's not usable. And so this was a good choice for this because I don't care about this shadow. Because now I'm just cleaning around the edges. Waste not, want not. Yeah, this lip is real green. But you know, and I think that'll help with the idea that this is supposed to be grass. Having the green lip, even though, yeah, Grin ain't that green. And Grin, it does have a green undertone to it. So we're putting some more. Oh, thank you, Joe. We're going to just let this one drop off. Drop off. Play nice. Actually, I think we're going to let 2 drops drop off. Okay, I had to squeeze it. And we're going to swirl our spoolie in it. So we are going to, yeah, this is more wet. Maybe that's what I needed. So we're just gathering the shadow into the inglot, and we're also turning the spoolie to coat the spoolie. Hey, Haywood. And we're gonna swirl this in our lashes. But that's how you make whatever mascara color you want. It would work best, I think, with loose shadow, because then you don't got to do the scraping. But just get some shadow on the palette. Put a mixing medium in it to make it a liquid. And Use a spoolie, mix it up, and put it on your lashes like it's a regular mascara. So we've learned something new. And I've been wanting to do it. It just wasn't time. Look at you, this yellow, because now it don't look brown. We did it, y'all. And it's easy to do. I'm tired, CM, plus got a long day tomorrow. Oh, no. Are you going to rest after this, Joe? I appreciate you being here. All right, so that's going in the trash. I do still want to use that metallic water activated. But I'm trying to think of like what exactly to do with it. And I'm also wondering if I should just leave this like this, you know what I mean? Because I do still just want more dimension. Excuse me. I truly understand. Please try getting some rest. Yes, please do. I was talking to Bestie today. Like, can you take a nap? But the way, you know, scheduling stuff is, she was like, nah, I ain't gonna take a nap. And y'all know I can relate to lack of sleep and being tired, because what am I looking for? A brush. I'm gonna take this brush, put it in the water. We're gonna use this right here, this metallic. But you know what? That does look gold, but I think, I'm hoping. You know what? It says yellow, not for the eyes. So I can put a yellow on the lips. Do I want to put a yellow Mayron on my lips, y'all? Do I want to put this on my lips? Because it's saying yellow, not for the eyes. Which means I can put it on my lips. Or you like, girl, you done did enough to your lips. Leave them damn things alone before they fall off your face. I'm just cleaning in here because some of the shadow got caught in the cracks. Crack is whack. Oh, I almost tapped that water. So should I put that Mayron on my lips? At least make it look more yellow. All right, we're going into this metallic. I wet the brush and I'm putting the brush into this water activated liner. Water activated face paint, actually. I don't think this is one of, yeah, this is like the color Grin. It's not really yellow. It's windy outside. This isn't doing nothing but making a blank line. I just didn't want to have like a one-dimensional look. I mean, so it does make it not look one-dimensional, but yeah, it's hard when, and that's the challenge, right? You got one color to do an entire look. I could have did a face full of yellow gems. That is something I want to experiment with too, is the non-adhesive gems, but it's just finding like the right project or the right look to experiment with that with. Because I want it to mean something and not just, oh, let's just do this. You know what I'm saying? All right, that's all we're going to do with that one. So should I put the yellow on the lips? That shouldn't take long if I do that, and then that'll be it for this look. I'm liking the eyes. I'm liking the liner. I'm loving the lashes. Y'all, look at my lashes. Look. Now y'all know how to make your own color mascara. Look at the lashes. Ah, so cute. All right. So yellow on the lips, Bueller. Bueller. All right, I'm going in. My lips are going to look more cakey, I'm sure. They're like, what the hell is wrong with your lips? This feels like it's loose. Please try and get some rest tonight. Absolutely, please do. If this turns green, I'm gonna just have a green lip. I do feel like it's gonna dry green. I feel like I done did everything I could think to do to make it yellow. So we use oil-based cream makeup, water-based, water-activated makeup. It does look yellow. Hopefully it'll stay looking yellow. I think we're almost done here, folks. Thank you, y'all, for bearing with me. Trying new things. It is yellow. Stay yellow, please, and don't turn green. I made that side wide, fuller. This side is way fuller, but that's okay. Because there is so much other stuff to look at on my face. And to be looking at my lip. Yeah, so that'll be it. I'm just trying to move slowly so that I don't knock the water over. I'm just cleaning this off, and then we're going to go. I'll do pictures afterward. I do love how the mascara turned out. I love the nose. I do like that we painted the face and not just like an eye look or just, a couple gems or something that would have been easier and probably looked a lot nicer. But I do like when I just do things because I learn something every time I try new things. And that's something that I do enjoy. And so we are going to go. Yeah, please try to get some rest. And when we'll be back, we'll be back here Monday, and then Tuesday, and then Thursday next week. But in the meantime, we'll have videos going up, and video going up tomorrow, and that'll be it. So I do like the look. It's definitely different. I definitely, thank you, Janet, don't know how to do flowers. I did flowers before and they were really cute, and it was a thinner brush. I don't know if it was a brush like the MAC 210, that skinny brush, or whatever. And it was only just like a flower over here somewhere and over here, like on the end of my graphic liner. And I like that it's not one-dimensional. I love the nose. Thank you, Janet. I love the nose. I'm glad we did add more to the lip, which is looking cakey as hell, because it does actually look yellow. And we have different shades of yellow. And so I really do like that, because I just didn't want it to be just a flat yellow. That's it. And again, I wanted to do more than just a simple, monochromatic eyeshadow look, because for me, the collabs, it gives me a purpose to come out of my box. It gives me the opportunity to do something different. And I do always learn something every time I do a troll play look. And, it feels good to learn new things. And we know how to make our own mascara. So that was really cool too. And it is yellow, y'all, look. That is so cool. So we're going to go. Thank you so much, y'all. I appreciate you being here. Everybody have a wonderful night or day, depending on where you are in the world. I appreciate you being here, sharing with me doing new things. And as always, self-acceptance, self-love, That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you'll see me live on Monday. Bye. Love my trolls.